Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Well, big fan of the show. Just want to say the Browns right now look like a top 10 team. And no, not that top 10 team. A top 10 draft picking team this year. If that offensive line don't get squared away, I'm not so sure they won't be picking inside the top 10. My other question is, do you think Dorsey was the right hire? Because I feel like this offense, Stefanski went back to running his own plays. I still feel like Watson don't fit the system. Just want to hear your thoughts. Go Browns. Woo, woo, woo.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in John Macri from PFF. He is co-host of the Fantasy Football Podcast on Pro Football Focus. John, there's no way to defend how poorly they're playing. They're 1-2. They've lost to two teams in the Cowboys and the Giants that are struggling. Right now, the offense looks a mess. I was kind of iffy about John Dorsey when they hired him, and then I liked, the more I looked into it, the more I liked it, but it's not working, and you're almost a quarter of the way. Your fourth week coming up, 17. You're 25% into the season.
Yeah, it's been a rough start. There's no doubt about it. I mean, 1-2, obviously not where you want to be. It's not, the end of the world or anything like that, but things don't look quite right now. I'm sure blame can be assigned in a lot of different places, and I'm sure Ken Dorsey, can be a part of that as well. As far as them being like a bottom 10 team, it's hard to say, like, are they as bad as some of the other teams that are in that same record, or 0-3, like, the Raiders who they play this week, the Broncos, Panthers, Jaguars, Titans, Giants. It's hard to say, like, whether that'll hold through an entire season. I think the talent is there on both sides of the ball to potentially go on a bit of a run and clean things up a little bit. But so far this season, it hasn't looked that way, and it's easy to assign blame to one person. But I think, there's probably a number of different factors that kind of go into it, right? And injuries potentially being part of it as well. So, yeah, it hasn't looked like the best fit just yet, but still early enough that it can be sorted out, I guess.
Yeah, and again, I get it. Fans are frustrated because you just haven't seen enough, and I'm with you. I think the talent level is pretty high.